Hello, welcome back to the channel. We're going to go over the Mr. Raccoon uh, statues in Resident Evil Requiem. Um, but it's split up between Leon and Grace, so they're honestly mostly in the open. There's no like in the other game where they're kind of hidden, so it should be decently easy. So if you liked the video, let me know in the comments. If you want another video made, help out, let me know in the comments. I'll be putting out a lot of content for this game. This is right after you break the door open with the chainsaw. This is the first one. Everyone should have this. And it says, seek us, find us, break us. So let's go ahead and get on into it. That is the first one.
That bastard.
Okay, so we're going to do this based on availability. So the first one, as soon as you go in here, this is going to be the east wing. It's going to be on the reception desk right next to this light. So, you should see it. Like I said, a lot of these are just in plain sight. So that'll be the next one right there. And on to the next one. So the next one from the start of the last one, if you go, you're going to have to go all the way around unless you already have this open. It's going to be all the way in the waiting room. Actually, it's going to be past the waiting room. This is the waiting room. I'll show you on the map here in a minute. It's going to come straight through here. And it's going to be on the desk right in front of us. Right here. It's going to be before that big guy comes out after you get the wristband. So it's going to be right here, right next to these stairs. This is going to be the office in this general area where you meet Victor. So that is where the next one is at. So our next one's going to be in the records room. You'll have to get the badge 1 to access this. It's right above the kitchen, as you can see right here. The kitchen, the badge 1 thing to go up the stairs. It's going to be right in here in the kitchenette. If you look, it will be right on top of the coffee maker. This will take you all the way to the second floor if you go through here. And this will take you to the area where the singing lady's at. So here you go again, right here. Is going to be after you get to level 3 badge. This is when you, honestly, I would just get this before you talk to the little girl. If you go to this empty room and unlock it, it's going to be right here in this corner. I don't have ammo, so I can't shoot it, but this is exactly where it's at, so it's going to be right there. So the next one's going to be in the records room. Also, it's going to be in the room right next to where you shot the one on the coffee pot with Grace. It's going to be in the locked cabinet, the warped one. It's going to be right here on the map. So we'll be in here. Warped closet. You'll start off in the chairman's office with Leon. This will be after you go through the attic. You kind of just go through the bar and lounge. Backtrack over here. Your main objective will be up on the 3rd floor. So it is on the way to your main objective. So you'll just open this up. And it's going to be laying right there. And we will get on to the next one. So your next one's going to be in the workshop. So this is right down the hall from the save. This is where you start at. It's right here on the map. So little plugs right here. That's where you have to go get the tool. If you just come straight in here. There it is. Right there on the TV. And again, I'll show you exactly where it's at. Right here in the bunk room. So the next one's going to be right here in the workshop. It's going to be right across from where you get the plug originally. These little things over there. As soon as you come in here, the Mr. Raccoon will be on the bookshelf right there, right next to the note. So make sure you grab that and read that too, because that's also one of the trophies. This one's going to be after you leave Emily with Harry, and it's going to be in this private lab. You basically just go through here. Don't get it mixed up with this computer. It's going to be the computer right across from the keys. So here's the helicopter keys. the computer to activate the alarm. Let's activate that. Skip. And then right across from that is going to be the raccoon on this table right here. Okay, so the next one's going to be kind of a little bit harder. This will probably be one of the harder ones to get. But as you can see, this is right after we got off the balcony. Oh, it's definitely cool. If we look at the map and we look over, the raccoon's going to be over there. So I'm on New Game Plus, so I kind of just bought. I'm not worried about that right now. He's right there by that light. You see him dancing around? Did I hit him? I can't tell. Oh, no. Oh. Another easy way to do this is to literally just walk over here. And you can see it from right here if you crouch. Depends on what you want to do, but either one works. The next one's going to be in the Oasis Calf. As soon as you go in, go straight, you'll see it right here on the cabinet. Again, I'll show you again. Capital Oasis. It's going to be right next to the objective. Okay, so the next one's going to be right after you get to the top. This is actually just part of the story. Before you go down the elevator, you can open that up if you want to, but if you just look straight across at the bridge, the figure will be right here on top of this van. Right. On to the next one. Okay, so the next one's going to be in the parking garage. That's going to be the first room you can go into as soon as you go down. It's when you sneak attack the zombie. If you look right over here, it'll be right here to your right when you walk in the door. So let me show you again. Right here in the parking garage. If you came from here, it's right over here. So the next one's going to be in the apartments. You have to go up to get the piece to the detonator. It's going to be on the very far corner over here. So instead of going up to the very top, just go through this. This is right after we cranked open the door. And you're going to come all the way over here and in this refrigerator. It'll be right down there. So the next one's going to be right outside of the BSAA post, as you can see right here, where they got kind of beat up on. It's going to be laying right here. If you look in there, you can actually see the stand for it. Mr. Raccoon stand. Over here, I mean, you can't really see it any better, but it's right there. So that's where the next one. The next one's going to be in the gas station, right here. As soon as you walk in, it's going to be right on this top shelf. Again, right here in the gas station. Okay, so the next one's going to be in this area right here, as you can see. And we're going to have to put gasoline in here and go in here. So I already cleared the zombies out, so just you can do that and just follow what I'm doing. But we're gonna come in here. Oh, I've got a box. And then we're gonna go down the ladder. Instead of going that way, turn around and go this way. You're gonna need a gun with zoom. And right across, you're gonna see this little guy dance. So the next one is gonna be basically where we're coming from, opposite direction though. So instead of going to that dead end, keep going through all the way to the sewers. kind of like we're backtracking, and you're gonna go to this set of buses right here, trains right here. Hop up there, and that Mr. figure should be. Where's it at? Right there. So the next one's gonna be right across the zip line. This is going towards like the last area for the detonator. It's gonna go through here and go up the stairs. As soon as you get up the stairs, take a right, and then this open door, take another right, and it's gonna be right here on this shelf. So the next one's gonna be right before you get to RPD. It's gonna be right after the chase sequence with the motorcycle and the cutscene. You can just take a left. There's two abandoned cars, broken down cars right here. It's gonna be right there in the rubble. As you can see, it's right here. Next one's gonna be in the operations room, and this is after the cutscenes. And this one's kind of hidden, right over this wall. And if you look in this corner, you can barely see it. The next one's going to be in the library, and this is also where you're going to get the jack to go to the next area of the game. But if you come over here, it's going to be hard to see, but it's going to be buried behind this stack of bricks. Okay, so the next one's going to be right after the cutscene. You're fine. You're fine. Okay, so the next one's going to be right after the cutscene, where it's put you right here. Just turn around and go this way. We're going to go all the way out and back up until we see this billboard, and this one is going to be right here. So after you get out of the loading dock, come over there. This will be after you beat the plant boss. Instead of going over here to save, just keep going straight like you're going to do the mission. And right in this corner, behind these boxes, you have the raccoon. Last one is in the operations room, and it's going to be in the same room you get the last orb to get in the monitor room. So right across from where you jump over to get to the window, it's going to be right there. So the orb to get in the monitor room is going to be right across from that. So that is the last one.
I did it.